Today I thought I would make an update kind of on where I am with my book characters series, and then also I wanted to talk about dating. So first off, with the books that I'm reading, the amputee book characters, I do have 2 books checked out from the library that have amputee characters, and the first is Nimona, and I don't remember the author, and I don't want to go check who it is. But the main male character did lose his arm pretty early on in the story, and then, well, not early on, like you get the backstory for it, and so I'm kind of really excited about that one. It's a graphic novel, and you guys know I'm a below the knee single amputee, but I think I can still kind of chime in with my thoughts on how the story is handled and kind of how it goes. And it has a lot of like great reviews though, so I'm like super excited about Nimona. And then I also have Otherbound by couldnt, and I don't know a ton about that story. I just know that I like couldnt's writing. A while back I read On the Edge of Gone, which deals with disability, but it doesn't necessarily deal with amputations, which Otherbound does. Yeah, I think it's also the male character, and he's an amputee. I don't know what else is going on in the story, but yeah, that book as well. 2 books. I will continue on with the series I have. But kind of more the reason I was doing this video is I wanted to talk about dating, and more specifically dating as an amputee. Like, when do you disclose that information? Do I have to at all? Like, I don't know. So, I don't typically take people seriously ever. But there's a guy I kind of like, and we've been talking, and just yesterday, finally, added each other on Facebook, and it was like, okay, but maybe that wasn't the best of ideas, because I do have photos up kind of me without my prosthetic, or kind of like just me kind of chilling, and I don't know if that was maybe how I wanted him to find out about that or whatnot. Like I post a picture of myself, and I don't typically like doing that, because I like having photos of myself with like my prosthetic on, or like with that off, for me, for like validation purposes, and I'm like, yes, I look very cute in that. But very rarely do I ever post them online, but I do have some online, and I feel like maybe a little bit of the issue with that is that I take a picture and I see it, and I'm like, oh, I look cute. My body looks nice. It's aesthetically pleasing to me to kind of look at myself and be like, yeah, it's cute. Amputation and all. But I kind of feel like maybe he looked at it, or maybe or like others look at it, and all they can, like, the first thing that registers is cripple. Like, does this morph his perception of me in a way that will like ruin things, maybe? Or I'll just ruin things on my own, because I don't know how to talk to people at all. Like, it could be years, it could be months. I have not spoken to like my closest friend in like 3 weeks already. Like, I'm the worst person. Like, I don't. I'm sorry. Weeks will go by and no one hears from me. I lost my thought train there. Okay, so amputation, is that weird? Do I disclose it? And then the other thing is, he's like really into soccer. It's like, do you expect me to play? Like, if we get serious? Because I don't really play soccer. And yeah, that has a lot to do with me being amputee. I do feel, though, that I can pass as able. Maybe. So part of me is also wondering if he hadn't seen it on Facebook, kind of, pictures of me kind of displaying it, kind of with some pride, would I have wanted to tell him necessarily? Because I, like, since I have my recent prosthetic, it minimizes the limp. You can't really tell. It's very symmetric. If I'm wearing pants or jeans, like, I don't think the thought, oh, she's an amputee, would even cross your mind, honestly. So I don't know. Do we talk about this? Do we not? Do I have to, like, keep all of my thoughts to myself about this? I don't know.